Hello Cancer! Welcome to your weekly reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of April 2nd through April 8th. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. We're trying to get back into the algorithm, so if you could watch this video to the very end, please leave a comment, please hit that like button. It'll really help out the channel. I appreciate you. Okay. This is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to any messages that come through during our time together. I do ask you to be to try to connect with each of these cards, and use your own intuition to just go beyond the details that I provide. All right. And as always, if there's anything that you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments down below. All right. And above all, remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is a 7 of Swords. Interesting. I wonder what's trying to get through to you this week. Let's do the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread. And some pretty good balance of energy, I think. Not bad, not bad. Let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. And this is the card that we are going to set aside. We're not going to look at this card until the very end of things, and hopefully that'll tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. Okay. So, let's start, well, let's look around here first. We've got some fire, we've got some air, and some water. We've got some air and some water, some majors. Pretty good balance. Pretty good balance. For some reason, we're leaving behind this earth energy. For some reason, that is something that is still affecting us from the past, but we're done with it in the future for some reason. We'll get to that and find out what that's all about. First up is this 7 of Swords, all right? I think that you're someone who is, well, I think you're a very good friend to people, I think that you are, when you commit to somebody, there's nothing that could shake you. There's nothing that could deter you. There's nothing that could provoke you to dishonor the relationship that you have, the commitment that you have. You're loyal, almost to a fault, okay? I think when you give someone your word, when you commit to something, there's nothing that could distract you from that. There's nothing that could prompt you to dishonor that commitment that you made. Like this 7 of Swords. You're that central sword. You're loyal. You're committed. You're on the straight and narrow. All of these other distractions, all of these feelings, thoughts, these energies, these impulses, these influences from outside even, nothing can force you or encourage you or move you to violate the trust that someone's placed in you, to dishonor that relationship, okay? You're a loyal person. I really feel that. I feel also, I'm going to look at this Earth card because it's interesting that this is the only Earth card that we have, okay? Maybe we'll have some Earth in that mystery card. I kind of don't think so. Because for whatever reason, this is in the past, okay? And this is the Queen of Pentacles, Water of Earth, to very kind of passive, yielding, or magnetic elements, okay? I feel like you're someone who's very, very sensitive to other people's moods. I almost wonder if you have noticed in yourself that you kind of take on the feelings of the environment that you're in, When you enter a room, whatever the vibe is, whatever other people are kind of giving off, that's kind of how you become, right? You're not bringing your own emotions into a situation and spreading those, let's say. You're kind of receiving the vibe from the other person. If it's just you and someone else, however they're behaving, whatever kind of energy they're emoting, I feel like you absorb that and it kind of colors who you are, how your energy is, right? I feel like that's a sensitivity. I feel like that is a very, very useful quality. I also feel like there needs to be a little bit of fire to kind of to heat up the room, coming from, you know what I mean, to give expression to how you truly feel about things. You know, this is a lot of magnetic, passive, yielding energy, the water and the earth, right? It's two very, very magnetic elements. So I wonder if in the recent past there was something that put you in this almost a brooding kind of mood. I feel like there was a relationship that didn't quite work out, that I almost feel like you were absorbing so much of this other person's, you know, emotive energy, that it got kind of overwhelming, and a change needed to be made. Because we see, moving forward in the path of the dove, we see this fire energy. So I feel like you kind of made the conscious choice, or you were prompted by spirit, or there's some kind of fiery energy that's building up in you. Now, maybe you're still in this relationship, still in this situation. Okay? Could be with a Gemini person. They could have a Z in their name, a Z initial, first or last name. No? Maybe a Gemini. I feel like they're still around. I feel like it's something that it's starting to feel a little heavy for you. Okay? It's this kind of energy that, you know, that it's part of your nature. You absorb the energy that's around you. You're very sensitive to that energy. I don't think it is an energy that you are so ready to welcome anymore, right? I think you're starting to kind of turn your back to it, and that's kind of how we see this figure depicted. It's kind of, you know, she's turning away from some of this energy. You know, it's like you don't really like, you're learning maybe that you don't really like the way it makes you feel. You know? So we're starting to look towards something new. Now, we do see this Nine of Wands, and again, this is a kind of commitment. This is a kind of inner strength and resolve. This is your integrity, your strength of character. This is the kind of confidence you have when you know you're doing the right thing. And what is the right thing? Well, it is, you know, the path that is right for you. It's relative, you know. So this is an inner certainty. This is you knowing yourself, knowing what is right for you, knowing what you will, knowing what you are meant to be doing, what feels right to you, in that honest way, right? This is a card that is a very honest card, right? This is you really looking deep within and being honest with yourself, having the courage to be honest with yourself about how you feel, about what you want, about where you're going, what you're doing, who you're doing it with, okay? I think also with some of this energy, there's this vibe that you don't really like to be left alone. You know? I think there's a bit of a dilemma here where you like to be in the company of others. Okay, here's a Three of Cups. I don't think you want to be on your own right now. Right? I think having company is really comforting to you at the moment. Okay? I still think you're a very confident person. I think you're very self-sufficient and self-reliant. But for some reason right now, we need this love and comfort from others. Okay? And it could be as you start to move away from this relationship with this, maybe this Gemini, this Z name person. Maybe as you move away from this relationship, you're relying more on your friends and family to kind of be there for you. You don't want to really be alone right now. You know? It's almost like you want to surround yourself with people that are emoting a positive, warm, loving, friendly energy to kind of to help you get out of this rather negative or cold energy that you've been absorbing in this relationship, I think. You know? I feel like there is a need for this comfort, right? There's the need to kind of to counteract some of this negative emotional energy. And I think that is a reason why when we go through things like this, we tend to need more sleep. Our bodies, our minds, our emotions need more rest. We need more time, unconscious time, to rejuvenate ourselves, to recover our energy, to reconsolidate our power. So I think what some of these cards are suggesting is that you may need literally some extra sleep right now, right? You may need that time of kind of the warm comfort of your own bed to restore yourself not only physically, but mentally and emotionally as well, okay? I think that is, I think sleep in general is very kind of overlooked. You know what I mean? I think sleep is very important. I think we listen to our bodies, we listen to our hearts and our minds, and we get the rest that we need. You know, there's no set limit. 7 hours, rain or shine, is the optimal number of hours. It depends. It's going to shift. It's going to vary. Some days you may only need an hour or two. When this fiery energy really kicks in, you may not really need any sleep at all. But in a situation like this, with a lot of this earth and a lot of this water energy, you may need a little more time. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours. Might be what your body and your heart require. Up above everything, we do see this wonderful spiritualized fire energy, this confidence, this real light and life and love, this real spiritual fire up above you. Okay, I feel kind of like, honestly, I feel like Spirit's trying to get a hold of you, With some of these cards that we see here, I feel like there is this light, there's this fire that is burning bright and hot and trying to get through all of this earth and all of this water and even get through some of this air energy that we see, because we do have this Gemini person, that's an air sign. And the way forward is through the resting, right? Through the Four of Swords, the mental rest. Right? And I think that's going to allow a lot of this light and life and love, this spiritual fire, to shine through. I think Spirit is trying to get a hold of you, right? But it's not just going to call you up on the phone. It's not going to work directly through the thinking apparatus, because that, I think, has been already overworked, trying to remain loyal and committed and on that path and maintaining our integrity and our obligations, our commitments, and avoiding all of these distractions, right, that are trying to kind of push us from our commitments. There is this light that's trying to penetrate through all of that, because are you, and I guess that's kind of an obvious question right here. Are you maintaining this commitment, this loyalty to a relationship that is making you feel a way that you don't like? I'm trying to put it delicately. That's keeping you in this earth and water energy that it may not be the best kind of relationship for you. Okay. Now the tarot is not going to tell you what to do. Tarot is not passing judgment on anything. It's merely suggesting what some of this energy configuration could indicate, could be pointing to. I think Spirit, I think this fiery energy, and we also have this Mercury energy. That is the direct message from the divine here with this, right? Direct spiritual messages. I think it is trying to push through this water and earth energy, trying to even penetrate through this loyalty and commitment that you have, right? Through this resolve, through this kind of this mental fortitude, and trying to show you the light, trying to bring this message to you. Okay. Moving to the path of the serpent, the first thing we see is the Seven of Cups. This is what the spirit, what this fire energy is trying to illuminate for you. This tree is not the beautiful, lush, fruitful, abundant plant that we thought it was. It's kind of toxic, poisonous, right? So this might be the reality that we are just avoiding looking at. This is maybe what we would see when this light, this fiery spiritual energy, makes its way to us to illumine this rather toxic plant that we've been thinking we've been nourishing ourselves on. Okay. Now, I don't think the tarot is trying to shit on your relationship. But I think that there are aspects of it, or of how you are affected by the energy here between you and who I think is this Gemini person. I think that Spirit is trying to illumine some of these other factors for you. Just trying to show you all of the details. Okay? I think that this spiritual energy coming into your life is a great opportunity for you to reassess, reevaluate. Try to, this water and this earth, try to purge all of this negative energy, right? I think only by really trying to process it, trying to kind of get away from it even, are we going to realize how much we actually have been holding on to, right? Now, we're not blaming this Gemini person. We're not saying that your relationship is toxic, but I think that somehow you have been absorbing a lot of negative energy. And I think we've been holding on to it. And I think that is what is toxic and poisonous. Not the relationship itself, but how much of this negative energy we've been consolidating, right? I know that there is this desire to feel close to someone, right? And I think that is, that's a positive aspect of this relationship. I don't know this person. I don't know who you're talking to, who you're with. But I know that we enjoy being close to somebody and feeling that somebody really knows us, somebody, we really know them. There's this union, there's this closeness, right? So I feel like it's rather difficult for you to kind of clear out all of this energy from your awareness to receive this spiritual light, to receive this message. And we have Mercury, we have the Magus, the magician here. This is the direct communication from Spirit. This is, I think a lot of signs and synchronicities, a lot of, this is you really being able to distinguish between your will, between what is truly meant for you and right for you, your true path. Distinguishing between that and just your desires, right? What you want, what might feel good in the moment, but when we really open our eyes, we see that it's this, okay? So we have to make the distinction. I think Mercury is here to show us the distinction between our will, what is really meant for us, what's really good for us, and our desires, right? I think that this fiery energy and with this Mercury energy is talking about consciousness, awareness. Be aware of what you're doing, what you're choosing. Be aware of how this relationship, that I think Gemini person, be aware of how that relationship is affecting you and what kind of energy you are accumulating, okay? So a lot of this is trying to get a bird's eye view of things, right? We have to kind of detach from it a little bit in order to see things objectively. And that's a little bit of this Mercury energy, but I think that's symbolized really by this knight of Swords. Okay? This is allowing that spiritual light, the fire, into our lives so that we can see things a little bit more objectively. We can kind of get back to center and really be aware of what's going on and be able to then make decisions based on a more complete understanding. Okay. So there's still this mental energy, right? Because a lot of air going on here. We got the 7, we've got the 4, even this Gemini energy, the Magus or Mercury, that's still some air energy. We've got this Knight of Swords, some more air energy. So a lot of this is kind of about clearing away, about clarity, really, you know, being able to see things, not really to analyze or to dissect or to discuss, but just to be aware, right? Just to clear our minds and just not even to see things, but the awareness, right? The consciousness of the reality around us. So it's not so much about a choice. I think it's about an openness. You know, I think it's about letting this spiritual fire into our minds in order to illumine what's really going on. You know, the state of things. And I think it's important to realize, again, the emphasis is on how much of this negative energy we're accumulating, right? We're letting a lot of this negative stuff affect us. Now, I don't know what's going on with that Gemini person or what kind of relationship you're in, but I feel that there's this holding on to a lot of negativity. Okay? It may be a lot, and you may not be aware of how much it really is. Let's go to the mystery card. I want to see an ease for you. I want to see comfort. I want to see love and abundance, you know. I want to see warmth. I want to see nurturing, caring vibes. I want to see some water energy. Maybe an Empress. But I don't quite think an Empress. I'm thinking Pip card. I'm thinking we've got a 3 of Cups. We've got a 7 of Cups. We don't want the 7 of Cups or anything like that. We already got this 3. Maybe a 6 of Cups. Right? Maybe this need for comfort, need for nurturing, this need for love and affection right now. Maybe this is the key. Maybe this is the important thing, because this is the important water energy that we have right now. So maybe the 6 of Cups here for the mystery card, showing a doubling of the 3, right? That we need this love and comfort and this support from our friends and family, right, from the world. And that will then create more of this abundance in us that we can then give out into the world. So it's going to be this harmony, this resonance with the world. It's not going to be this cold kind of detachment, this water and earth energy, this holding on to negativity. It's going to be a real harmony, a real abundance of positive love energy. I'm thinking 6 of Cups. Let's do it. There it is, 6 of Cups. This is what I want for you. This is a real ease. This is a real harmonious existence. This is you kind of recuperating, and this is you taking in love. Instead of being a magnet for all the negativity, you're then a receiver of all of this positivity, love, support, nurturing, all of this pleasure and beauty and support and affection. You're becoming a magnet for that, a receiver of that. Okay? I think this is going to be great. I think it's going to be a really good week for you. I think it may be a week of some painful kind of realizations, but what it's leading to is just, I think, tremendous. It feels really good. It really does. We're going to do an extended to take a little bit of a closer look at things. If you want to stick around, you can click on the link that's right up here, and you can have access to all of the extended readings. Okay. This was your weekly reading, April 2nd through April 8th on Dove and Serpent Tarot.